Make it fast.
I didn't expect such a big crowd. Should I take the stand myself? Maybe we can do a little show of, paws. Raise your left paw if you think I should testify. Wait! You raised your left paw before I even finished my sentence. Okay, if you raise your right paw, I'll... Right paw, huh? Well...
Miss Zhezhi, the hearing is about to start. If you would please...
Now? Yes, Madame Juya. I'll be there. Rover! Oh, I just handed over all the evidence we gathered from Ming. Now the Shenyun Art Exchange can't deny the fact they were producing and... But there is one more thing. The patroller said we still need someone to testify in the hearing. You're really kind, but, I'll be fine to do this myself. Some things I've got to face on my own. That said, I, didn't expect there. If I get nervous and mess up any details, could you please help to remind me? Thank you. Having you here helps. It's about time. We should probably...
With both parties present, this hearing is now in session. Let us begin. First, a brief overview of the case. Miss Zhezhi alleges that the guilty party, Ming Yan, implicated in the tacit discord assault, was coerced. Therefore, her mental state was adversely affected, which led to her committing action. Today, based on new evidence provided by Miss Zhezhi and the result of this hearing, we will determine whether to...
What? With all due respect, this doesn't match what we discussed, but...
Mr. Baitze, I remind you that any evidence or arguments presented, if you would like to add further information. Now, without further ado, either...
Madame Juya?
Madame Juya, as the head of the Shenyun Art Exchange, I, Baitze, must clear our... There are 2 points I'd like to address. Firstly, the authenticity of our artworks remains unimpeachable. Secondly, Ming Yan's provocative creations stem solely throughout my tenure at the Art Exchange. Our foremost principle: integrity in business is not enough to stay. We are aware of certain painters rejected by the Art Exchange. No. They bombarded us with spite and slander, causing a public uproar simply because they... Should the public be swayed by these slanderous insinuations that paint us as wicked fraudsters, then I'm afraid...
Please control yourself, Mr.
Forgive me, madam. But if this injustice persists, I will have no choice but to sue them. I demand they compensate us for our losses, and if such disgraceful behavior will not diminish us, our principles will not waver, and we will protect the Shenyun Art Exchange from any...
I've bought paintings from Shenyun Art Exchange before. They were good quality, and their service...
To be honest, always get the short end of the stick. But who's Ming Yan? A painter?
Must be some nobody trying to get attention using the Shenyun's name.
Why is the Art Exchange always in the middle of some controversy?
Order! You may continue your statement.
Madam, allow us to present our account of the events. This all really began 3 days ago. I was entrusted to investigate a certain arcane artist in the Tiger's Maw.
over! Took you long enough to get here. Things are getting awfully strange around the mine lately. Figure with your knack for solving mysteries, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but their word has it, there's this mysterious arcane artist whose paintings come to life as they paint. Once their canvas dries, whatever they've painted leaps right off the page. The thing is, anyone who might have seen these paintings, well, they vanish into thin air. I've never heard of such lately. I've been receiving reports about eerie monsters wandering the mine at midnight. Some witness these monsters. They look like paintings from a distance. Reading these reports, I couldn't shake the tale of the arcane. Sure, some say it's just a prank, but with rumors swirling, folks are getting jittery. Can't let things Great. Counting on you to crack. Oh, and you might want to chat up the witnesses. Got.
Make it fast.
That's it for today. Time for a break. Oh, hey there. Need something? Oh, you've come to the right guy. I was actually the first to see those weird things. I was playing chess with the old miners until midnight, then headed home alone. On my way back, I heard these strange moans like some kind of monster. At first I thought they were tacit discords, and I was ready to bolt. Curiosity got the better of me and saw that they had these strange features. Gleaming eyes, gnarled horns. Do you think they're related? Did Gupon tell you about... I did see some people standing nearby. The light was flickering in the wind, so I couldn't make out their faces. But I knew something was weird with the scrolls that... Later, I told everyone about it, and Gupon was there. She freaked out. I'm not sure, but I overheard them talking. Anyway, I got worried those monsters might attack me, so I do remember. Wait, you're not seriously thinking of going there, are you?
You don't look like you work at the mine. Oh yes, that strange event. I've conducted several investigations and found that those monsters tend to appear. Fortunately, they haven't caused much harm. I think it's because, if you ask me, these monsters are a new type of tacit disc. For safety reasons, we have increased our patrols around the mine. Anything else unusual? Aside from the blurred silhouettes I saw that night? The voices came from where those silhouettes were, but they sounded like thinking about it now. If it was a human voice, how could someone get so close to those monsters?
I've gathered enough information. It's time to check the scene where those monsters were spotted. There's something ahead. That figure. That paintbrush. Could it be... Nothing here. Huh. That's odd. Did I just imagine that?
Rover! You're here! Sorry, did I scare you just now? Finding inspiration. The night often sparks my creativity. Of course not! I heard about the tale of the arcane artist and hoped to find out who they are. Sorry I lied to you. I didn't want to drag anyone else into this. No, I'm not in bringing painted creatures to life, making fantasies real. It sounds like a fairy tale, but when the arcane... Now this story is making the rounds again. Most don't see the dangers it holds. As someone who feels the threat, yes, there was once an artist who could create paintings but these paintings, they strayed from the artist's original. I don't know who's behind these latest events, but if it's really the arcane artist, unfortunately, I'm not very good at it. I'm here for the arcane artist, but also hoping to meet an old acquaintance. Is that so? Oh, okay.
Winds, heed my command.
Hey, Zhezhi! Long time no see. You need more?
No, not yet.
And this must be the Rover. Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you. Didn't realize you and Zhezhi...
But I've never had the chance to introduce my...
A great moment for it. Here's the thing, Rover. I can't say I know Zhezhi very well, but I do know she's got this quirk. So, when it comes to introducing herself to you, I'd bet money on it. She's been meant...
No!
Zhezhi, you can't keep avoiding things. You've got to take action, or you'll never get what you want. You only...
Yes, Mr. Shilang is right. Rover, Hello, my name is Zhezhi. We have met before, but I like to make this a formal request. I would really like for us to become friends.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
Hello? Zhezhi? Hey, what are you waiting for?
Robert.
That was a pretty obvious slip of the tongue.
Nice to meet you. My name is Zhezhi. I'm not being very articulate. But I hope we can be...
How sweet. I must say, I've never seen Zhezhi.
Wait, Mr. Shilang. We're actually...
Oh, I know the tale. But if such an artist truly existed, I'd be the first to know. I supply ore to pigment manufacturers and sometimes serve as their sales proxy. So most painters in Jinzhou come... Well, pigments aren't flying off the shelves these... Oh! But those ore buyers from a while back, they bought heaps of leftover ore, the cheapest type, and told me people don't usually buy that stuff. Oh, wait. Zhezhi, I remember you saying you couldn't afford the fancy pigments, so you made your own. So when those guys asked for leftovers...
Are you sure you can tell us this? I thought they...
They turned out to be thieves who stole from me during the night. When I found thieves don't deserve my business, of course, help yourself.
If this is the situation...
Rover? Hey! Rover! What brings you here? It's been ages since we last met. The patrol station's been pretty busy. And Zhezhi's here too. Hiya! Do you remember me? We met at the moon chasing festival. Oh, are you all right? You don't look well. Do you need help?
Hello? No.
The painting we had you do for us during the festival is awesome. Everyone loved it.
Really? I'm glad you all like it.
We'd also like to invite you to our station so we can form... Wait, how about coming to the station with me today? Are you heading back to the city?
But we're still
Investigate? About what? Oh, I get it. In that case, it's probably not the best.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me if you need any help. Oh, I'm here to support the patrollers. There was an assault near the mine recently. What's odd is those monsters haven't caused any more trouble since we got here. Right now, we're talking to witnesses and trying to figure out what triggered the incident.
Did something just happen over there?
Don't tell me it's a tacit discord. Hold on, just got a message. Seems like they really are stirring up...
Should we go as well? You could be right, but there's one other thing. After Rover and I bumped into each other, we decided to investigate the surroundings and follow Patroller Chisha. It was there we learned about the details of Mingyan's offense and the truth behind the tale of the arcane artist.
Once Zhezhi has the paintbrush in her hand, she begins to speak calmly. She'll be fine making the statement on her own now.
Watch out! A new technique! Sever! Sorry to trouble you. Thanks. Wait, what I'm trying to say, if I had been clearer, you wouldn't have had to explain things to Chisha for me. She's really nice. It's just, we're not that close, and I'm not sure how to respond to how friendly she is. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't bring myself to turn her down. I'll do my best not to trouble you and express my feelings properly next. Thank you.
Thanks for your help, Rover. We caught the culprit before anything worse could happen.
According to the preliminary examination, we suspect that these tacit discords were agitated by the frequency flux. The energy remaining in the painting was generated by its creators, but rest assured, we've calmed her down and contained the energy. The painting needs to be thoroughly examined to identify its connection with the monsters.
Thanks for all your help. We'll take it from here. She fessed up when I first started talking to her, but clammed up when well, honestly, she seemed a bit off to me. But we don't have time for that now. We gotta clean up. You sure can.
Why?
Mingyan? Why are you... Yes, we used to take painting...
You! I'm alone. goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so part of it, I guess. I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her. I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away, not super clearly. But when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures all...
Ah, my head. Oh, only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with some... I heard stuff like, "Don't stop me, I've already won." It's a good thing they caught that painter. Can't imagine what... I've met my fair share of artists, but none that would gamble with lives for this.
That's strange. Oh, you're back. You figured it out already?
They repeatedly describe witnessing bizarre, otherworldly.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane...
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated phantasms. In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine. But after we met, I thought it was coming from you. So come to think of it now, it might have been Mingyan.
So she was there at the same time we were. But what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks for personal gain. She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand what I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me. Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to your help. You want me to decide? To be honest? I remember meeting Mingyang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder if she kept going there after I left. Should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. That could be a good start. I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Okay, let's go. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation to get to the truth.
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Mingyan's greedy ambition that she...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. Baizi. Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here.
Let's find the clues.
Okay. This paper, this white jade paper has a rich history. Its smooth, fine texture holds ink beautifully. Countless masterpieces, both old and new, were painted on this paper. Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, There's a discount sticker on the wrapping. Yes, White Jade Hall runs a yearly sale. I attended it 2 days ago and bought paper with Ming Yang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used, which means she was painting day and night until the incident. Different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these differences and choose the white jade paper is my absolute favorite. But because it's so expensive, I can only afford to buy it when there's a special sale. I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must say, it's worth it. Buy 3, get 1 free, buy 5, get 2 free, and then there's the additional weekly coupons. I know everything there. We have the same painting style, and the quality of our, even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should, once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail meets their standards. It becomes an obsession. I guess this is true for most painters. There is a difference. The brushwork on this one, see how heavy it is? You can tell Ming Yang was in low spirit. The feelings a painter has during the process of creation often linger in the brushstrokes without them knowing. Yes! To me, painting is like a window in. It is strange though. She keeps reproducing the same paint. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. This artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. It captures the scenic landscape scene. Ah, the pigment! When did it get on my clothes? Huh? It came off with just a little wipe. Looks like there's stains from ink and paint. Ming Yang could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her idea. I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough. After all, fabric used to be a common art material. Besides, using clothes it's a shame the clothes are stained forever, but it's worth it to see how different inks behave. How could this happen? The Shenyang Art Exchange is a renowned institution that manages the exchange of calligraphy and paintings in Huanglong. For an artist to have their work according to Ming Yang's diary, the art exchange had been collaborative, but I have some other thoughts. Being picky about one's work is second. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone else's. I've always admired I kept painting and improving, but this needs to be refined. It's not quite there. I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It's true that one might find motivation in these. I felt trapped for ages. Embrace my emotions fully and create the art my heart yearned. But if I found myself in the same situation as Ming Yang, she was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. Hey, seems like this pigment is homemade. Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with? Medicinal herb residue.
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently. This must be...
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, so those plants I saw in the pharmacy weren't just for... I've never tried myself. When I get sick, my family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about... Sorry, I'm just... I think... No, I might... Nothing. It's just a thought. I might be wrong. Then... The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. What? Okay, I figured it out. That must be the reason. Rover will definitely be impressed with my deductive skills. A gullpuff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble and afraid of getting scolded, it slipped out of... Why wouldn't they? My family used to have an aquarium at home with lots of gullpuffs. Sorry, I need to improve my investigation skills. I see. Oh yes, these are phantasms I can create with my brush. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm a bit rusty. Yes, I rarely need to use my forte. When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way. An artwork created with forte is indeed mesmerizing. So I've used the... But it's fine to use it for the investigation. Yes, it could be related to my forte. Someone broke into the studio looking for something. However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
This might be related to the Shangyun Art Exchange and Mingyan's breakdown.
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There, we found new clues that pointed to a hidden player behind all of this. The trolley is worn. Maybe it carried something very heavy. Could it be they transported ore, made pigments from them? Could the buyers Mr. Shilang mentioned be the ones who stole the ore? Scarlet thorn, indigoite, and other ore. These match the raw materials for pigments listed on Mr. Shilang's transaction. I took a look and noticed that these pigments were handcrafted. Standard pigments adhere well and last a long time, but these makeshift pigments smear with the slightest touch. They are similar. Did she buy these low-quality pigments from the exiles?
Who are you?
Hello. We are...
You're here to buy paintings? That's not...
We're actually here for Mingyang's paintings. She wasn't in...
Huh? Okay, then. It's nothing. Just wait for her here. When she leaves, it usually doesn't take long. Know her? We go way back. She's okay in our books. Though she hasn't had the easiest run. Guess you could call us friends. She even gifted us a painting. Oh, here it is. We're no fancy connoisseurs, but even we can tell that girl can paint.
I kind of like it myself. It's lively, bright, almost like you could touch the freedom and joy she felt painting it.
Can't recall anything noteworthy.
My guess? She's dabbling in some new secretive art piece. I spotted her taking risky stabs at painting out in the...
Well, now that you mention it, I do remember her talking about, but her little art excursion stirred up some unstable frequencies.
That's right, I saw her paintings myself. Tried to steer her clear, and what do I get? A lecture. Artists. Always on their...
Sorry to interrupt, but mind if I ask what...
Us? Oh, the usual. A bit of hunting, some gigs here and there. Oh, right. You reminded me. We do...
Oh, yeah. Ming Yan buys from us often. We give her the lowest price.
I have an idea. Yes, I think neither of these... I noticed some of the exiles' hands were blackened. The thought suddenly hit me. What if so? They must be making a lot of pigments and ink sticks. The painting they showed us and the artworks in the studio, her diary shows us she had major mood swings, which all these strange things started happening after the Shenyun Art Exchange got involved. Makes sense. I hear people talking. Okay, I'll use my terminal to
Mr. Beitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Ming Yan's paintings to the Shanyuan.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint. And our order...
Hey, watch yourself. I just did what I always do. She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess? Luckily, I slipped away, and the patrollers didn't suspect me. It's no big deal. I pinned it all on Ming Yan, so we're in the clear.
Someone was here earlier asking about her case. No patrollers, but...
Doubtful. They might notice we're making pigments here, but...
It doesn't matter if they find out. We pose as exiles. And what doesn't an exile...
But we should be careful. Remember what Mr. Beitzer warned us about. Keep these things on the down low.
So the Shenyun Art Exchange has been involved in Mingyang's. No wonder they got all shifty when we brought up Mingyang earlier. It was his signature on Mr. Shilang's transaction record.
When I asked him about the incident, he put all the blame on Ming Yan. The exiles we questioned during the day did the same. Trying to divert attention and cover these distractions led us to concentrate solely on Ming...
I have a theory. But we need that batch of paintings they mentioned to test it. But there's so many more people in the camp now. How should we get in? Okay,
This should do the trick. Now, let's see what information we can find inside the camp.
Never thought I'd get worn out from something this light. Wow. Thanks. I'll go take a breather then.
These paintings are all fakes. I don't remember the real ones circulating the How has this managed to be kept from the public for so long?
They risk being exposed if they transport through ports. Not to mention the threats from the We should look for more clues.
I can't believe the number of painters involved. They know where they all live too. I wonder why Mingyang's paintings are labeled as low. Her skill is undeniable. They're keeping tabs on all these artists, monitoring their every activity. Judging from the list, it looks like they're still searching for artists to create for.
I want out of this.
Impossible. We've never had anyone quit from a deal. Besides,
You can have the money back. Every penny of it. I just...
you think we'll let you go just like that after seeing our entire operation? You know what?
What do you want?
A dead person tells no tales. That's everything from our talk yesterday, boss. She's still holding her cards close.
Keep an eye on her for now. If she...
Understood.
This must be the warehouse they were talking. There's still some leftover ink lying around. They're all from the list. This batch is all Serenity of Xehua Village. Mingyang's work. These aren't just simple copies anymore. It's obvious now. She was working with them to create forgeries. In the end, this is the path she chose. I suspected as much, though I couldn't quite... Wait, this painting. It's the Serenity of Xehua Village original, not a copy. Shouldn't it be at the studio? Oh, I see it now. This was the painting they stole from the studio. These copies, they're almost identical to the original. But there are some details, subtle. But if you look closely, you'll find that the finishings are a bit, more... Well, that's because I... Look out!
Guests of the End.
A new technique.
No. But where did these tacit discords come from?
Her emotions cause the painting's frequencies to fluctuate.
But she's not even here.
It's just... I'm not really sure...
Maybe. She did see what I could do with my resin ever since I saw her diary. I've been wondering. Maybe it was seeing my ability that inspired her to start. It seems like all those accumulated emotions just it's all my fault. But more exiles from the art exchange. Watch out!
Surrender your stuff.
Art unveiled! Watch out!
Did you really think we'd let you just walk away after you destroyed our warehouses and interfered with our business?
Business.
Who exactly are you people? You don't look like you're patrolling. If it's the paintings you're after, take as many as you want.
Forcing people to make copies like a factory line? It's
just a couple of stones and trees on a piece of paper, for crying out loud. Even I could draw one with the flick of a wrist. Who cares if they're real or not? For the amount of paint and ink that goes into them. I'd even go so far as to say paying those painters
How could you measure the value of
Oh, so you're also here for the money. Look, name a figure. We'll pay double if it'll make you shut up. How does that sound?
That's not what I meant.
Then what the hell do you want from me?
I want to expose everything to the public. Aside from reporting you to the patrollers, I want to let the public know about all the way you coerce the painters and put their lives at risk for... Is something wrong? I can't remain silent about this any longer.
You better think this through. The Shanyuan Art Exchange is not...
I never painted for the Art Exchange's approval. If no one else dares to speak up, then...
First, we keep these guys on close watch. Then, we need to catch them off guard.
Well, that's quite the story. At best, this merely proves our involvement in the incident. Allow me to remind you, she was the one who created those paintings, insisted on... Do you honestly believe her paintings would have...
No. Mr. Baitsu, you're changing the subject.
How ungrateful. She ensnared us in this debacle, and now...
But before we proceed, I wish to present this audio recording to the court.
Mr. Baitsu stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Mingyan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint. And
She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that?
Mingyan was initially only making copies. Trickery, misinformation, and later on even threats. She was let down the... I do understand that if her own heart hadn't wavered, none of this would have happened. But so, saying she was the mastermind behind it all?
Even so. How is forgery a valid accusation? Nothing like that was mentioned in your recording, now was it?
This evidence clearly shows that these paintings are no ordinary copies, but...
There's no such thing as real or fake painting. For it to be forgery, there has to be another original artist. These paintings are all the work of Ming Yan.
Mr. Baizi, do you recognize this painting?
Well, of course. It's Serenity of Zhehua Village, the work of the architect.
Then can you tell the difference between this one?
Of course. This piece possesses a lifelike quality unmatched by any other.
However, judging from these paintings, it seems Ming Yang's ability never stabilized.
What does this have to do with anything? What you're saying is all speculation. There's no guarantee a painter won't make mistakes.
Artists seeking perfection always choose the highest quality. During our investigation of the studio, I accidentally got paint on me and discovered the original paintings had pigments that were pure and brighter, able to blend more naturally. In contrast, the forgeries used pigments made from mineral scraps. We can distinguish the real paintings from the fakes simply by...
Doing so only proves the so-called original painting is created differently from... How is this supposed to prove that we are behind?
Because the original creator of Serenity and Zhehua Village is me. When I was a child, painting was the only way I could express myself freely. Everything I did and didn't understand, it all flowed through the tip of my paintbrush. All that I saw lived within my paintings. Whatever I thought, I painted into reality. This power to turn fantasies into reality gradually caught the interest of many. Tales of the arcane artist spread far and wide. I took great joy in my skills improving. However, I discovered to my dismay that my parents were using my creations to turn a quick profit. They were sold at unbelievable prices. Some sought beauty in enchanted worlds, using the paintings as a distraction from reality. Others resorted to hellish nightmares to inflict torment upon those they desire. My own abilities had led my paintings astray. They were being exploited, and everything was spiraling out of control. After I realized this, I began to fear holding a brush. I tried to paint without relying on my abilities, but my parents scolded me for it. They called anything painted without using my abilities worthless. After the family business fell apart, my parents vanished without a trace. They may have left behind a considerable mess, but freedom has also been returned to my brush. Zhehua Village was my first stop upon arriving in Jinzhou alone. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. A poem I wrote, inscribed on Serenity in Zhehua Village. I know it's not that well written, but it's proof of my decision to stop everything I was doing. And that painting, well, it became the arcane artist's final piece of art. Ever since that day, paintings with special abilities gradually faded from everyone's minds. And I never used my abilities to paint again.
Well, that was certainly a touching story.
Madame Zhu, to prove my statement, I request your permission to use and paint with one of these copies.
Granted.
Yes, Ming Yang's experience to create art that truly resonates The paintings I drew in the past, they were heartfelt creations, pieces. It's not just about proving a single painting. If my forte is the cause behind all this, then I must take...
I mean, it's okay. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem that special to me. Maybe I just don't get it.
So the rumors are
These
true.
paintings are really coming to life.
Why is the world inside this painting so distorted?
Spectacle is born from the mind. This place must be a manifestation of Ming Yang's mind when she created it.
Why?
Wait, did you hear something? Zhezhi?
I painted it exactly like hers.
That voice.
Why is everyone still praising her work? It's all right. It's okay. She's gone. Soon, I'll be an even better painter than she ever was.
Watch out!
It's you! I've already done everything I can! Why are you still better than me?
Hold on! A new technique.
Lucky. If it weren't for your parents holding your hands, you'd never have what could be rightfully mine!
Did I mess it up?
Leave it to me. Verity shines.
It's easy.
Still, I couldn't do it. Why? I perfected everything. It's all because of your abilities.
My abilities have nothing to do with it. You created masterpieces I wish came from me. Bold, free. I know art paintings have their differences, but the heart and soul we put into them are the same. with your truest feelings, can you create an exceptional piece of art. Wow, beautiful. Oh, I better put them away first.
So everything she said was true.
This phantasm is so cool!
When I learned the truth, I was heartbroken. I believed that by sealing my forte, no one would get hurt because of my paintings. But Rover's words made me realize it was never about the paintings themselves, but rather those who sought. Mr. Baitsu, you run a highly esteemed calligraphy and painting institution, yet you've suppressed the creative spirit, and everything they cherished has now become a tool for profit. The works they held dear are just tools for your set before you is the original painting from many years ago, and the one I've...
We received word from the Public Security Bureau 10 minutes ago that they have taken the exiles into custody. Mr. Baitsu, do you have anything else to add to your defense? Very well. We will reevaluate Mingyan's charges, determine the Shangyun... This hearing is adjourned.
It's finally over. I didn't miss anything important, did I? Huh? No, not at all. I was just coming up with things to say as I went. My palms were sweating the whole time. I definitely couldn't have done it if you weren't there with me. Thinking of... What I meant to say is, back then, everything I said felt right. Like I could just be myself around. Thank you for helping me through this. You helped me find the courage to believe the Shangyun Art Exchange is undergoing investigation. It'll be the end of their businesses. And thank you. I haven't felt I want to pay Mingyang a visit. After all, she was involved in all of this. What do you think?
My commission started with her. Plus, you and I...
Is the commission...
Yes. I already had it taken care of the day...
All right.
Zhezhi?
Your injuries.
The researchers have taken good care of me. A chat won't hurt. I heard about everything you did. You know what, Zhezhi? You may seem soft and gentle on the outside, but forgive me. Because I was so obsessed with wanting to be you. The pain of these injuries managed to put a stop to my obsession. Maybe.
I brought you a gift.
See? Only you can create a paint.
This is your painting. It's the one you gave me when we first met.
How ironic. I've been trying to imitate you for so...
Your paintings were never inferior to mine. Just look at this peak, Mingyang. I hope you can find your true self.
Thank you for bringing me this painting.
I think it's safe to say she'll give it some thought. During the few times we met, she was always passionate about discussing art with me. I come to think of it, the deep discussions we had and the painting. So, seeing her in so much pain, I don't want Mingyang to lose hope and have someone who loves painting so much. To be honest, I didn't just see this case through to correct mistakes or help the artists. I wanted to tell you this back at the mine, but the words just didn't come out right. Thank you for being my friend and helping me through.
While I've yet to uncover my past and who I am, thank you for your help, Zhezhi. This experience has helped me.
You seem to be pretty slow on the news. You've given me the courage to joke around. Well. Let's take it slow for now.